Yeah, my name is Marty Turner. Standing in front of my 2022 2SS 1LE Camaro in Rapid Blue, having Mario install a Magnuson 2650 Supercharger on it with Kooks long tube headers and get a custom tune. So, well, the SS is the LT1 engine. It's got 455 horsepower stock. So I'm looking for him to get me around 550 to the wheels, plus the I don't know, another 100 pound-feet of torque maybe or so. The Kooks headers I want because I love that sound for those headers. It's got a big fat tone, and the stock exhaust is okay, but I'd always plan on changing it anyway. So.
All right, what we have here is a 2022 Camaro SS 1LE 6.2 liter with a 10-speed transmission. We currently have her strapped to the dyno to get some real-time baseline numbers on our Mustang chassis dyno. This car already had a Rotofab cold air intake and a Corsa catback. This car is rated from the factory at 455 crank horsepower and 460 rear wheel torque at the crank, and in the current configuration baselining, we produce 378 rear wheel horsepower and 426 rear wheel torque. So it's doing about a 15–20% loss on this Mustang chassis dyno. The vehicle's here at Late Model Domestics because the customer selected us to install our Magnuson Supercharger package. We will also be installing Kooks long tube headers 1 7/8 with the green cats. The green cats are the highest quality cats on the market and the only cat rated for supercharged applications. Okay, so after we do the install of the supercharger with the Kooks, and we will select the appropriate size pulley, as we all know, or should know, this car is going to be limited to its fuel. We will be keeping the factory fuel system on this car, and so this car typically, the metrics we see are between 540 rear wheel horsepower and 580 rear wheel horsepower. So this vehicle has the opportunity to gain about 150 to about 180 rear wheel horsepower and roughly about 120 foot-pound of torque, which is excellent. These positive displacement superchargers, Magnuson, that's the one we're installing today, they have OEM fitment, OEM quality, and they allow the vehicle to drive virtually like stock while giving you that great driver excitement and feedback when you want to go fast. All right, what we have on the table is Magnuson's 2650 supercharger for the LT1 Camaro. This is a beautiful piece. The rotors are actually designed by Eaton, who designs a lot of the rotor packs for OEM, so the fit, the build, the quality on this supercharger is better than OEM. What we really like this supercharger, besides the OEM fitment and quality, is its ability to grow with the customer. So some customers, like this build, we're just trying to bolt on a supercharger, pick up 150 rear wheel horsepower. But in the future, if the customer decides that he wants to make a little bit more power, this supercharger supports us all the way to 1,000 horsepower. Very efficient blower, probably one of the best cooling blowers for positive displacement out there in its current form. And just overall, a great complement to any build in the Gen 6 Camaro Corvette family that just looks amazing under the hood and delivers. All right, what we have here is Kooks Green Cat. It's manufactured by GESI. It's a double furnace braised cat, the only cat on the market that's rated for supercharged applications. And why we like these, keeps the vehicle compliant for all states, 50 states, or 49 states, and it's 50 state EPA certified. Takes that smell out of the car that most customers don't like, and it allows you to produce the power that you would expect from running a high flow cat. If we look inside one of these right here, see if we can kind of zoom in, they're very high quality, and they're not restrictive like the OEM cat, but are able to stand up to the duty of force induction applications. So we recommend using these on any force induction build, and believe in the future, Kooks believes in these so well that this will be the only catalytic converter that they sell in the future. So it's kind of our go-to cat on all force induction applications. All right, what we have on the table is Kooks long tube header. This is a 1 7/8 inch primary, 3-inch merge collector. They have a beautiful spike in there. pumping more air in with these superchargers. We definitely want to be more efficient as an air pump to get that air out. Kooks makes a very high quality long tube header, all stainless steel, 304, beautiful fitment and finish, outlast the vehicle's factory exhaust system. So that's our go-to brand. Complement the Magnuson 2650 with this supercharger and these headers, just to give us a nice tone, but also allow the motor to be very efficient as an air pump to get that exhaust gas out. Okay, so this is after installing Magnuson's 2650 Kooks long tube headers with green cats, Rotofab, cold air intake, and Corsa axle back exhaust on our 2022 Camaro 1LE SS 10-speed. Okay, so now to get into the comparison, this vehicle did well with a baseline completely stock of 378 rear wheel horsepower and 426 rear wheel torque. After tuning and on 7 pounds of boost, this vehicle produced SAE, which is apples to apples, which I always like to compare, 520 rear wheel horsepower, 532 rear wheel torque. It's roughly a 142 rear wheel horsepower gain and over 100 foot-pound of torque. Uncorrected, I like to put that on there as well just because we are in boost weather in Virginia, and to show the machine's actually correcting down. This vehicle produced 554 rear wheel horsepower and 568 rear wheel torque, which is phenomenal for this platform, the 10-speed. This car drives like stock. It's going to be a monster when you get on it. Very reliable, safe build on 7 pounds of boost. We're very happy with the results. Customer's going to be thrilled. It's exactly what he wanted. Fitment, OE, quality, reliability, I'd say better than stock.
Yeah, I was very impressed with it. It was the numbers I was looking for. I love the car to begin with, but now I love it even more because this that supercharger makes all the difference in the world. So I'm glad I went through with it. Like I said, it wasn't a quick decision. I've been toying with this idea for over a year or so, but I finally got it done, and it was well worth the wait. Late model domestics is the only place I'm going to take my car.